You can say what you want, but it won't take away from the fact that the San Francisco 49ers are on a roll right now. That's right, that have won 4 straight games. And if you would have told me back in, what was it, before the season, August, whenever that is, that Jimmy Garoppolo would lead this team on a 4-game winning streak instead of Trey Lance, probably would have asked what you were smoking. But it's the reality that we're in. So you see here that the 49ers they literally just shut out the Saints. And it's like, okay, you're coming off a 4-game winning streak, now 4 games, excuse me. You come back against the Chiefs where this defense gets kind of exposed. Like, not even exposed, just has a bad day. That's the better way of putting it. Because this is the best defense in the NFL. Has a bad day. And the question is, how are you going to come back from this? Well, then you take it to the Rams. You also beat the Chargers. You take down the Cardinals in division, just not even with mercy. And then you shut out the Saints. And the Saints actually have a lot of weapons. Like Andy Dalton, I saw some statistic the other day on PFF about how he's like the highest graded quarterback in the NFL right now. I mean, bonkers. It's kind of crazy when you think about it because the Saints are actually a very talented team. Yes, Michael Thomas when he's healthy, Alvin Kamara. The list goes. Juwan Johnson, by the way, he's kind of a sleeper tight end pick. You guys should probably pick him up on fantasy. He seems to be catching all the touchdowns. But the point is that the San Francisco 49ers are now on a roll. And it's kind of interesting, especially when you consider the fact that, again, you lost Trey Lance earlier in the year. You kind of turned to Jimmy Garoppolo, who, by the way, and we'll bring up his statistics because that's really the more interesting thing to me. It's not like, Jimmy is coming in here and, throwing 50 touchdown passes. It's actually kind of the opposite. So that's what's interesting to me. So you see here he completes. We'll go from the Chiefs game. So you have a guy that throws for over 300 yards. Yes, your defense gets or has a bad day. Excuse me. So then you come back against the Rams. He throws 2 touchdowns. Doesn't have an interception. Okay, fine. Took good care of the football. You come back, beat the Chargers. Your running game and defense taking care of business there. Also coming back against the Cardinals and just taking it to them. You love to see it. The Cardinals, I don't know what's going on with them. And then, yes, the Saints there, the latest game, in which they beat them 13-0. And it's like, okay, Jimmy Garoppolo, we knew, has never been the superstar. In fact, over the last couple of seasons, you're kind of looking at it like, hey, how good could they actually be with Jimmy Garoppolo? And the answer to that question is they can win games. I think that they've proven that over at least the last 3 years. So now you sit at 7-4. You've won 4 straight. You're leading the division right now after the Seahawks just dropped one against the Las Vegas Raiders. And man, it's kind of wild, especially when you consider the fact that you've got a top defense. You don't have your quarterback that you were starting at the beginning of the season, and you went back to Jimmy G, and this is happening. Now, obviously, the question is, how are you going to do throughout the remaining of your schedule, and how are you going to do when you do get to the playoffs and all of that? Because, yes, those are coming faster than a lot of people think, but I'm excited. I think that the 49ers, they just continue to show that they are a team that you cannot count out. You've got a game against the Buccaneers coming up. That is, of course, after the game against the Dolphins, who are actually kind of red hot right now. Like the Dolphins, low key, are looking pretty good right now. So then, yes, you take on the Buccaneers. Tom Brady's not dead yet. They are not retired yet. They're both looking really good right now. So, like I said, you're excited about the rest of this season. The Raiders as well. I think that's going to be an interesting game when you look at the fact that the Raiders, they've blown up. They've won a couple of games now. Can they keep that rolling? That's a big question. And then, yes, you finish out the season against the Arizona Cardinals in division, and really to see, I think that game will have a lot more implications, especially if the Cardinals start to win a lot more games. But the 49ers on a roll. They're playing great defense, and they're letting Jimmy G take care of the rest, whether it's with the running game or with his arm. So it's interesting, and I'm excited to see where they go throughout the rest of the season. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover. But let us know what you guys think about the San Francisco 49ers, who are on a roll.